Hey there, we are on day 28 of the 30-day drawing challenge. Welcome to 1, 2, 3 draw. Today we're going to draw a human hand, and we're going to try to make it seem like it's not so difficult because everyone thinks that drawing a hand is hard. And we're going to get started, and you have a model right in front of you. So the first thing we're going to do is draw the fist, which is a square-ish shape. So nothing's going to be square and rectangle today. Everything's going to be a little ish. So I'm going to come over here and draw a square that is rounded on the corners. There's got to be a name for this. I think it's called a slice of bread. All right, so that's what it looks like right now. Now, the first thing we're going to do is the thumb. And I think that the thumb is like always my hard part. I always feel like I'm least happy with the thumb. So before we get started, let's just take a look. Your thumb comes almost even with this first knuckle. So unless your thumb is sticking out like this, your thumb is going to be pretty close to that height, even if it's out a little bit. Okay, it would bend around. So the first thing I'm doing is coming right down here, and I'm going to make the first knuckle of the thumb, and it's really, really short because it's absorbed into the hand. So look at how little, like this part is like, I'd say halfway up the hands. Okay, so like we can see this is like the halfway point. We'll put it right there. And look at how little that part sticks out. The next part is going to be like the length of your thumb. So this part is going to come out to there. Now this part is like almost like a letter U shape. So we're going to come around and make that knuckle stick out a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to take this top part and pretend that that is my thumb. Now, right there. I will erase some of that. And I'm feeling like this could be a little bit more round here. And you see these wrinkles that I'm drawing? They really do happen, don't they? So I'm going to include those wrinkles. Over here on this part, I'm not going to erase that. Instead, I'm just going to turn those into wrinkles. Right, and I feel like that's a decent looking thumb. So it kind of looks like my thumb. All right, I didn't trace, right? It's smaller than my real hand. So don't trace. All right, so now getting the fingers spread out and tall enough, which I always find a challenge. So I'm going to put 2 lines coming up like this. And then I'm going to split this area in half. So we've got clear divisions that we could get 2 fingers on this side and 2 fingers on that side. Then these 2 fingers are not the same thickness though, so I'm going to cut them in half but make that one a little thinner. And over here they're almost the same size, so I'm going to cut those in half like that. All right, so I'm going to make the middle finger have a longer bone here, this very first bone. So this is your middle finger, and we're going to place that one like this. So now we're looking as if we're doing this with our fingers. Okay, so not a fist, we're doing this. All right, now we're going to go down a little bit, and we're going to square off that one, and then your ring finger. And I feel like this area is a little thick, so I'm gonna give it a little space. Like there's nothing saying that you couldn't have spread your fingers a little bit, right? And I'll even give my pinky finger a little space. All right, so let's look at them. Hey, I said this one has to be taller than all the rest. So let's raise that up a little bit. And we're going to raise these up and shrink this one. So let's look at life. It's got to be tallest. These 2 almost the same size, and that one shorter. Let's fix this up. Why would we go any further if we didn't check our work as we're doing it? Okay, now I'm going to go on to the next stage, which is going to be just past the next set of knuckles. And this bone is very similar in size on all of them, but because this part went higher, then they're going to end up naturally being shorter. So think about it being the same size. So I'm making this little like rectangle-ish shape, almost exactly the same size times 4. And they will naturally stay one smaller than the other because they started out smaller. All right, now the next shape And they're very similar in size. Like if I could do it, like if I could put those three together like that, you can see they're almost the same size, but they have a rounder tip. All right, so almost the same size, rounder tip. And there you have, you're almost done. And it looks pretty darn good. And we haven't even finished yet. So let's go with the next part. Let's do fingernails. Letter U-ish. A little bit squarer on the bottom, but different people have different shaped fingernails. And you'll notice that. I feel like sometimes I look at my hands and I say, oh, they look like my dad's hands. How'd that happen? All right, so now let's make these fingers look a little bit better. So we're going to make this look like one piece of skin here. It didn't have a break in the skin. And this bottom knuckle here has a lot of wrinkles on it. So it's kind of like a football shaped wrinkles, but they're like upper and lower wrinkles. So these have the most predominant wrinkles. This does not exist here. So let's get rid of this. It's supposed to all be one part. We're not doing the inside of your hands right now. We're doing the outside. So we have to make this look like it's skin. And quite often, some people have like increased knuckle size. So, you know, that wouldn't be unrealistic if your knuckles look a little wider. Okay, now this part here, we need to make this look a little bit more like wrinkles and not like little blocks on top of each other. Make the skin go smoother. Okay, and we are so close to done. Now we're going to give it, well, now the original line was here. We're going to just drop down a little bit and just give a little dimple, which is going to get smudged as if those were knuckles that are in your hand. And then we're going to look at these three main bones. They kind of create like a line pattern. And I'm just going to put three. Just kind of do that. Not really, really faint, just a shadow. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to make this turn into a wrist. And you are done your human hand. All right, now, human hands need a lot of practice. So just because you've done it once doesn't mean that you're a pro, but it means that you should practice. And you know, the more you do anything, just like all this drawing that we've been doing has made us a stronger group of people who draw. So keep up the good work, and I will see you for day 29 and 30 coming up real soon. Best wishes. Have a great day.